All right, let's jump right in. Now, we're not here today to learn how to build a deck. Nope. We're going to deconstruct something that's, way more valuable. How a local business builds rock-solid trust, one plank and one promise at a time. This is basically a masterclass in communication and true craftsmanship.
Right? It's the big question every homeowner has when they're about to spend their hard-earned money. How do you tell the difference between a standard contractor and a real craftsman? We're going to use this Bayside builder as a perfect example to figure that out, breaking down exactly how they earn and, more importantly, keep their clients' trust.
Everything really starts with the promise. That's the emotional hook. It's not about the wood and the nails, not really. It's about that dream you have of the perfect outdoor space. And that's exactly where this craftsman begins. And look at this vision. It's super simple, super direct, and it speaks right to what you, the customer, actually want. It's not about what they build. It's about why they build it, so you can enjoy it and feel proud of it. That's how you get on the same page from the get-go. This mission here, it backs up that vision with 3 core ideas: integrity, attention to detail, and lasting quality. And listen, these are not just buzzwords they throw on a website. They are the actual foundation that trust is built on. So let's find out who's actually responsible for delivering on this. So a promise is only as good as the person who makes it, right? So let's move on and take a look at the expert, the guide, who's responsible for turning that whole vision into a real, tangible thing. 30+ years. I mean, wow, that one number tells you almost everything you need to know. That's 3 decades of hands-on experience, of solving problems on the fly, and just perfecting a craft. Talk about an instant credibility boost. And what's really amazing is this part right here. You get all that 30+ years of experience, but you're only dealing with one person. No subcontractors, no middlemen. This just cuts out all the confusion. No more he said, she said. The person making the promise is the exact same person building the project. That is accountability. So you can see how that commitment shows up in the day-to-day work. It's not just about building something, it's about how it gets built. Smooth problem solving, meticulous finishes, and, this is my favorite part, leaving the work site tidier than when they started. I mean, come on, that's just pure respect for your home. Okay, so we've got the person, we've got the commitment, we trust them. So what's next? Well, now we gotta look at the actual process, because a great craftsman needs a system that's just as transparent and reliable as they are. And this right here, this gets to the heart of what makes so many of us nervous about hiring someone. On one side, you have all the common fears: vague prices, hidden costs, surprise fees. And on the other, you have the craftsman's solution: fixed, itemized quotes, and clear, honest feedback. It's a direct answer to your biggest worries. And the process itself? Super simple. Just 4 steps. No crazy hoops to jump through. And what I really like is how personal it is, with a face-to-face meeting on your property and direct suggestions. Every single step is designed to make you feel confident and to get rid of any uncertainty. All right, so we've covered the who and the how. Now let's dive into the what. The actual details, the materials they use, and the signature touches that physically represent all this trust we've been talking about. So you can see right away there's a real range of expertise here, from custom decks all the way to full-on garage conversions. And notice how each service has features that scream quality, like using specific top-tier hardwoods or focusing on being weather-resistant. You might be thinking, okay, Merbau timber, so what? Well, the choice of wood really matters, because it's another unspoken promise, isn't it? When you use a premium timber like Merbau, you're making a commitment to longevity. It's resistant to termites, it's durable, it's low maintenance. The craftsman is choosing a material that's gonna last, making sure your investment is protected for years and years. Okay, now this is cool. This is what I'm talking about when I say craftsmanship, a signature difference. This border frame is actual physical proof of that attention to detail promise. It's a visual guarantee that basically says we don't cut corners here. It's that little something extra that separates just good enough from truly great work. So we've seen the promise, we've met the person, we understand the process and the product, but does it actually work in the real world? The final piece of this trust puzzle is always social proof. Let's see what the people who've actually been through it have to say. 5 stars, a perfect average. Seriously, before you even read a single word of a review, that number tells you a massive story about consistency in keeping your word. It's the ultimate summary of a promise well kept. Let's look at this first one from Sarah. It hits on two things we've already talked about, right? Meticulous work, that speaks to the craft, and a tidy site, that speaks to the professionalism and the respect. It's a perfect real-world echo of that craftsman's commitment.
And then you've got Jess's review, and this one hammers home two more of those crucial trust-building points. Kept us updated, that's clear communication. Stayed on budget, that's financial integrity. This shows that the whole transparent process isn't just a sales pitch, it's how they actually operate.
And to round it all out, Allison's review brings it all together, highlighting expertise and fairness. A thorough assessment shows deep knowledge, while a fair quote confirms that promise of no surprises. See? All the pieces we've discussed are proven right here by the customers themselves. So, when you put it all together, what's the big takeaway? It seems like the answer isn't just about the quality of the wood or how straight the cuts are. True craftsmanship, it's a whole system of trust. It's built on a clear promise, personal accountability, a transparent process, and results that speak for themselves. It's the whole package, from that very first call all the way to that final beautiful space you just can't wait to show off.